Hello everyone, MarcusWolfe here, welcoming you all back to another episode of Disco Elysium. Last we left off, I almost dropped my mic. That's number one. Number two, we had a nice conversation with the Hardy Boys. And when I say nice, I'm actually not being sarcastic. We actually had, for all intents and purposes, a nice conversation with Titus Hardy. I'm surprised he was very forthcoming with the information. Even though he said a lot of things that were like theoretical, not none of your business, he didn't outright deny it. So, he was very forthcoming. And to Kim's point, why is he so forthcoming? It feels like he wants something for that information, but he doesn't want to say it. But at the same time, we did mention the mercenaries, and that was the first... And that was the only topic that we talked about that he hesitated. He's scared of the mercenaries, but being the leader of this ragtag group, he does not want to show fear. Let alone his hesitation, so...
Can I help you?
Yada yada yada. Okay, nothing. Yeah, bye-bye. Yep, bye-bye. So, I can see where he is coming from in not wanting to... like, show hesitation and show fear. Because... It's kind of obvious that he has screwed... Yes, he says shut up. That he has screwed up quite badly. Like, very badly. There's no other way to say it. And now his head is... You know, his head is pretty much on the chopping block. Thanks to his... You know, what he and his group did. To the vigilante guy.
The mirror hangs on the bathroom.
Oh god, I almost dropped it again.
It's barely covered in
Oh, I can do this again. Yay!
It's your face in the mirror, adorned with the expression.
I know the origin. I've no more steam. There's no more steam. I recited the poem, Tommy. Well, I have other things that raise electrochemistry. Okay, for some reason, my mic keeps wanting to become the star of tonight's show by falling, which I really hate. Can you please stop falling? Okay. So let's see. I have means to increase clothing-wise electrochemistry, which it would be these gloves. Thank you. No. Surprisingly, these pants. Oh. You know that's fine. Shirt, shoes, Anything else that can increaseth my... Surprisingly, no. Wow, that's kind of bad. Where do you think it is electrochemistry and that was interfacing? Maybe I'll stick with interfacing later, but let's see if I can get... God, this... It's kind of strange. I'm kind of used to this portrait now, that if I see anything else, it's probably gonna... It's probably gonna look super weird. Oh boy, what am I getting into? Okay. 4, 6, 8, 12. I need a 6.
It's like something
I got it.
snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
Wait, that's it?
A
Wait,
mirror
what?
hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore.
Huh? I'll be honest, I don't notice a change, but at the same time, my vision is partially blurred by my mic box, that, you know, the soundproof box that my mic is in, so I don't always see this portrait here. I see it every now and again, but is there less of a smile? Does he now have a grayish beard? I have to look that over now, but, oh god. He looks... Wait. Oh my god, he looks tired. Wait, 1 second, I really had to be close to my computer. Yeah, he looks tired. He looks... half dead. I almost kind of prefer to smile now, because at least then he didn't look half dead. Now he's just... Can I put the smile back? Is it too late to put the smile back on? He looks half dead. Oh, dear, man, that's... Oh, wait.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Wait, the what now?
The living shit. Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It wants smokes.
So... am I a smoker now?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
I don't know if you noticed electrochemistry, but she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke the filter.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
I'll think about it.
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time. And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Sure, electrochemistry. You sound like for those of you that it's school in the let me think, late 90s, early 2000s, where there was always a resource officer that came to the school to talk to you about, like, say no to drugs and all that. I think it was called the DARE program. Electrochemistry sounds like the opposite of the spokesman for the DARE program. He really does. It's like, hey, you gotta do drugs. Come on. It's like, I don't know if I want to do drugs.
There, he still is.
Yeah, guy, you're still okay. I don't know if I want to do drugs of any kind. So, but I suppose. Well,
What do you see?
you know, I see everything that we talked about. Okay, yeah. Oh God, what was I saying? Oh yeah. I won't lie and say that I haven't drank alcohol before, because I have, but I am not like a drinker. Like, I will drink 1 cup to be nice at the party, and then it's like, okay, that's fine, I'm good. Especially since most parties I go to, they like to drink the super duper stupid hard liquor that I don't like drinking, the super duper hard liquor. So yeah, how do I get to this door? This is gonna annoy me. How do I get here? Okay, that has to be in the Whirling in Rags. It has to be. But I don't know how to get there, and that's really annoying me. And since I'm up here anyway, can I, waste my time, again, trying to get this damn little jacket? Savoir-faire?
Tarpaulin cloak.
Never mind, no savoir-faire. Because apparently I need to get, actually, I have 4 points. I can afford to put 1 in savoir-faire. If I can find savoir-faire. There we go. I couldn't find it. Oh, and, thank you to Dodo for, reminding me that physique is not a skill. It is the entire category. Cause when I was thinking about alcohol, I legit thought physique was a skill. No, it's the entire category. So it's +1 to the entire category, which is not bad. I can admit, it makes drinking more rewarding now, apart from as a trade-off of losing 1 morale, I think it was. So, in that respect, for a whole slot to gain 1 extra point, that's a fair trade-off. And considering that I also have a whole lot of, like, mental pills, so, oh, I'm fine. Cough, cough. Savoir-faire. Where is savoir-faire? Jesus. Okay, there we go. Savoir-faire. Every time I hear the word savoir-faire, I just think of that Oliver and Company, animated cartoon. Why should I worry? Why should I care? Every time you hear me say savoir-faire, I would just sing that. Oh god, if you guys remember that, what? late 80s, 90s cartoon, then good on you. It's basically a cartoon version of Oliver Twist. Anyway, yeah, why not? Sure. 1 point in savoir faire. Accept changes in clothes. Let me get rid of these things that, take away my savoir faire. Let's just take off my pants. Just take off the pants. And put on these shoes. Makes me feel better. Anything else? It's so weird to have no pants and this long coat. It kinda makes no sense. I'll be perfectly honest with you. You know, I'll just put this on in case it makes a difference. I really don't think it does. The tie, electrochemistry, yada yada yada. Okay, let's give this a shot. I probably leveled up this skill for nothing.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
To be fair, I always do like to look a little bit fancy every now and again. Beautiful things do make people happy after all.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power, crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal, ultra-liberal. They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market ideology.
Sure, thank you. Free market ideology for the win! Woohoo! I'm not sure what the point of that was, since I got nothing except flavor text. What was the point of that? Oh, can I get this, please? Oh, thank God.
With possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Oh, God. Give me a 6. Oh, thank God. Whee!
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
It's like Matrix, just to... Oh, it's just like Matrix, it just paused in the middle of the air, like... God, I have not watched Matrix in a long time. It's funny, Matrix was not my show. When it came out, I was single digits. It was my brother's show. But now that I'm an adult, like 20 years later, at least 20 years later, I actually find the first one not bad. The second and third, I think it got a bit gory for my tastes. Well, maybe not gory, it got a bit much. I liked the first one a lot, though. I really did. Anyway, close your eyes. Let your senses take in the world around you. Forget that damn coat.
Ankles tingling from the tension.
Oh!
Blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
Well, alright then. With a little bit of healed morale, thank God, let's continue my voyage through the salty sea air.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Are you serious? That was the way... I got gatekeeped out of the harbor because I couldn't get my damn coat. Are you Well, okay, so we got lit. 1 shivers and 1 esprit de corps. That's cool. RCM patrol cloak. Okay, now let me put my pants back on so I look a little bit more presentable. 1 suggestion, -1 half-light. 1 esprit de corps and 1 shivers. I'll definitely do that. These gloves, yeah, we'll keep, actually, let's do that. Inland Empire glasses, 1 logic, -1 authority. Conceptualization. I'll take the drama, because I feel like I need to be a drama llama for now. Consent -1 suggestion, yada yada yada. Reaction speed, -1 rhetoric. +1 encyclopedia. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so that's good. Oh, wait a minute. Let's put this back on, please. God, those shoes. Wait a minute. Which shirt was mine's? White satin shirt, you took the piss out of the... Okay, this was his. Let me see what his original look... Wow. Okay, without the gloves. Damn, that is his entire outfit with the pants. That's his entire original outfit. I'm not gonna lie, the white shirt kind of clashes with the... kind of clashes with the patrol cloak. I am not gonna lie. Oh, because I got the... Frick, I got the wrong thing. Sorry. Disco blazer. Oh, that was... excuse me? Oh, that's unfortunate. Really? Oh, you can only have one or the other. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Okay, I see where it's going. So, let me get rid of this. I'll be a drama llama. Put on these interfacing gloves. Glasses. Nah, I feel like I could use some, interfacing while I'm over here in, you know, Happy Wonderland. Can I open this door, for the love of God? Oh, thank God. Where is this gonna take me? Whoa. Hi. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. A giant ass print on the pillow, and a pillow of coffee rings on the armrest. Well, someone really loves this chair, that's for sure. Ass prints. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. No duh, Dick Mullen. Even I could tell that. Jesus. Can I see this? Yeah, I can. What is this?
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Sure, why not? I mean, 10 cents. God, you had to pay 10 cents to use the payphone and clock in? Damn, that's... sad. That's sad.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Let your muscle memory dial a random phone number. Long way home. Interfacing, 1 second. Please tell me I did not... Okay, thank God. I was like, if I lost that 10 cents, is there anything that can give me a little bit more interfacing? I am trying to min-max all of this, so I don't have to redo this stuff again. Does anything allow me to increase my interfacing? Definitely not. Wait, tools? No, that wouldn't... Yeah, that didn't help. Did it? Okay, that's fine, you know. Let's try it. Okay, yeah, very great commentary, isn't it, folks? I'm so sorry. 6. I need a 6.
As you pick up the hand, your fingers run
Oh,
over
God.
005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993.
Wow, that's definitely muscle memory. So a call somewhere in Revachol.
Calling. Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. How may I help you?
Video Revachol.
The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
Sorry, but what is this place that I just called?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy.
Do you know me?
No.
Well, do you know what this place meant to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Okay, why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Maybe, but I'll be honest, I'm not even sure about my name.
If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
I mean,
The payphone hangs mute.
that was fine. Now I got a location at least. Video rentals. Interesting. On the corner of Voyager and Main. The main Voyager. the SS Voyager from Star Trek. I'm sorry. Ooh, what's this? Wow. Book La Fumée, Volume 1, Number 4. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I probably didn't. For those of you that are French or speak French, I am so sorry. I really am. Let's see. The leading intellectual organ of Martinez... Oh. I was like reading so excitedly, and it's like communism. I'm like, oh. Oh my goodness. What am I getting myself into? Offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frizzell with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Frizzell. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why Frizzell as imagery?
Because Frizzell was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the Communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Okay, I see your point, although it could backfire quite easily for the Communards and other people thinking that they are just like the unfortunate soul Frizzell. But that's not my opinion. That's just my opinion. I got nothing to say on that.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Wait. Is Kunst und Kultur... Is that German? Oh, if that's German, why am I getting the oddest feeling that this magazine is trying to go a certain direction? Why do I get that feeling? That all of a sudden, just hearing Kunst und Kultur, if that is German, made me... Well, just hearing it made me feel uneasy. And I don't like that uneasiness.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership.
Well, logic, that's kind of par for the course for these, kind of very radical groups.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this thing here is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I might regret asking this, but what is Kunst und Kultur?
It takes a moment But gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
I did not figure on Kunst, but I figured Kultur was culture. I mean, it's quite similar in English, so it would make sense.
Why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
So basically, it is real-world, modern-day, speedway / drag racing, but with a lot less emphasis on safety. Thumbs up! Let's learn a little bit more about this, CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Oh, yay. I was gonna make the joke of maybe it's Charles Schwab, the banking association, the banking company, but since they said she, maybe it's Charlie Schwab, not Charles, but Charlie. I mean, girls can be called Charlie, just spell with EY at the end. It reminds me of Maggie Bird in Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. Maggie with an EY instead of an IE. Alright. Let's see what these, wonderful communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colourful drivers.
Oh, I'm not thinking that at all.
Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
10,000-word feature? All of them talking about the problematic aspects of Tip... Well, someone definitely had a lot of time on their hands. Like, a definite 10,000 words to do nothing but criticize the assumed problems of Tip Top Tournée. Okay, sure. What exactly are they saying is wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Okay, the second part is fair.
So, all of it, basically.
Oh. Okay, sure. Who wrote all this?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
And why can't they be conceptualization? I mean, stranger names have been heard before.
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
Okay, fair enough. But maybe their parents wanted their children to be very special. I mean, that can happen too. Anyway, what's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
So, basically, you're saying, when you say every pleasure, do you also mean sex? That when it's stripped bare bones? Okay, I really... God damn it. I really did not mean to say that. Oh, God. But, yeah, honestly, for lack of a better term, when stripped down to bare bones, you're saying that sex is nothing more than an advertising opportunity. In a very twisted way, I can see how that can be true, because you are, quote-unquote, advertising yourself to someone for potentially repeat visits. But that's a very sad way of looking at life. Like saying every pleasure. That's a very sad way of looking at life, that everything you take pleasure in is basically an opportunity to advertise in some form. That's a sad way of approaching and looking life. That really is. And I'm pretty sure that's not what capitalism at its heart is trying to do. I really feel capitalism is not trying to do that.
Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
Okay, that I will admit. I will admit. Things like racing, like you have all those commercials splashed onto the cars. It's like, you can't even go to these events and see, oh, sponsored by Budweiser, sponsored by Coca-Cola, Nintendo, get your game on, and I will admit that there's just so much commercialism in these grand events. That I will admit. I do not agree, again, with the every pleasure comment, but I will agree to this second part. Okay. But you then get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Me personally, no. I mean, I'm not a big fan of racing, but if you were to force me to go watch, I'm pretty sure I would just be interested in the racing, personally speaking.
Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave. It's the stilted language and overconfident tone that's the real giveaway here. You're almost certainly reading a recycled university essay, one that could probably use some edits.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, the fact that I can agree with part of it and not part of it is actually pretty good writing on the writing staff's part. Because it is like an essay. When you're doing an argumentative essay, God knows I've done many of these for my English major. Oh, God, I hate argumentative essays. But the idea is basically bare bones. You have 2 points that are for your position, but then you provide one counterpoint to acknowledge the other side, and that it is a valid counterpoint. For me, I can see this, what they were going for, the writers. I can see where they're going for with this part, where it's like every pleasure. It's like basically saying that everything in life is just an advertising opportunity, even the most banal thing like sex. And then, of course, this part, for me, reads like a counterpoint, to which I do agree with, that in sporting events, you see just a lot of, like, advertisement, yada, yada, yada. So, the way this scripted part reads is almost like an argumentative essay, but in a more conversational format, which is obvious because it's the main character's mind talking to himself. So basically, argumentative essay, greatly truncated, for those that you don't know what truncated means shortened, into a more bite-sized, readable format. So I really like what the writers have done here, that I can actually personally dissect what they're saying and say, yeah, I agree, no, I don't agree, what are you talking about? I really, really love this writing. I truly do. I am actively taking part and discussing with myself, basically, the pros and cons of each topic on these pieces. I really love that. I really, really do. Well, I'm just gonna make a few quick changes here. No one will notice, right?
Armed with Lena's friendly green ape pen, you spend entirely too much time writing constructive feedback in the margins of the page.
No, that's not me. Even though I graduated as an English major, I hated writing constructive feedback on paper. I don't mind saying it, but I hated writing it.
By the time you're finished, the original article is nearly illegible.
You know, most people would just write a letter to the editor. Or even better, Just leave it be.
Well, I suppose you can call it the perfectionist in me, but you wouldn't believe just how badly written some of these articles are, Kim.
I can imagine. Something tells me there's not exactly a glut of young communists itching to write about tip-top for La Fumée. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Yeah, let's look up some international developments, why don't we?
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
Seems a little bit strange amidst all this political talk. What is this bear wrestling about?
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanajinsky himself. According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
Okay, who is this Uncle Sport?
Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president. Sapormat Sport Kanajinsky is well into his third decade as president of the SRV. Outside Samara, he's known for three things: brutal repression of internal dissent, monumental corruption, and a near-pathological obsession with physical fitness.
Okay, so basically Vladimir Putin. Okay, maybe not the last part about near-pathological obsession. But really, I'm not kidding. So basically, Russian President Vladimir Putin. Okay, sure. Outside of Samara, he's known for three things: brutal repression of internal dissent. That sounds like Russia. Monumental corruption. Sounds like Russia. Third part, not quite, but it really, and like democratically elected president, quote unquote, sounds like Russia. I wouldn't be surprised if the writers did take inspiration from the Russian president for Sapomat Kaczynski. Okay, so let's get back to the bear wrestling.
It's quite straightforward. A standard match features one man, or in some cases woman, against one bear. Two competitors, one ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation. According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively.
Well, gee, I wonder why obesity and alcoholism are down. Could it be possible that some of these contestants were, unfortunately, incapacitated?
This is the SRV we're talking about. If you think those are the real numbers, there's probably a guy who wants to sell you a bridge in La Chette.
Oh, don't worry, Logic. I was one step ahead of you on that. These numbers, no way.
What are you, a statistician? Did the moral intern send you on a fact-finding mission? This is the SRV party line, comrade.
Kim, just, thinking out there, out of the box. Do you think there's any chance our case will take us to the SRV?
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
Honestly, no reason. Just, being curious.
You know, not too long ago, I listened to a fascinating radio program on traditional Samaran folk dances. The costumes they wear are supposed to be extraordinary. In any event, no, I haven't seen any evidence there's a Samaran angle to this case.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Well, let's look at the final part. Local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Well, I might be a slight idealist here, but wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital were able to reach some kind of reasonable accommodation? I feel like that's not inherently too much to ask.
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition.
Of course not.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Yeah, I think I had enough of this. Wow, that was an extremely long interaction, but I am quite surprised with it. Like, I learned a lot of things about the world. More importantly, how the communists, how the communards feel about, some of the stuff in their, I almost dropped the mic again, in their world. Again, I don't fully agree with the communists of this world, but I do see some of their points. And I feel like that is the importance. Just every worker member of the board is written on the top of the flyers. I feel like that is an important distinction in modern day politics that is completely lost. Like, really, you're either on one side wholly or the other side wholly. You can't be in the middle or even agree with the other side, otherwise people will call you a turncoat, a traitor, yada yada yada, and you'll be dragged through the mud. So nowadays in politics, there's just no middle ground at all. And people like me that do see good and bad points on both sides of the aisle, it's like, I get called, like, this is the reason why I don't get into politics, like, for real. I have been called, like, an incompetent American, a wishy-washy flip-flopper, a political, like basically a political tightrope walker. Like, I just cross the sides as I see fit. If it benefits me, it's like I've been called, and I'm not kidding, I've been called many different things. And yes, I was paraphrasing those names because it's been a long time since I talked politics, like 15 years. I stopped after 15 years when I left college because it was just getting too much, and people were actively making it a part of their lives and allowing it to consume themselves into the world of politics. And I didn't want to be consumed. I just want to live my life how I feel it's right, and agree/disagree with both sides of the aisle. That's just how I want to live. And nowadays, you can't do that without, being some kind of quote-unquote problems. And on the bottom, the union logo and demand democracy. Yeah, I'd like to know what kind of democracy you're trying to demand. No, Kim, I don't want to talk to you. Oh my god. I just wanted to look at this thing real quick, like.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't it be a shame if, someone just happened to snoop around?
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Alright, so basically a list of imports from various countries and internal routes to where they're being distributed. Sure. Anything else of interest?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Okay, that's a sign that I should, take a breather
The
then.
door slides shut smoothly.
Yeah, we'll get to that later, and I'm not kidding, that was a sign for me to stop, because that Elysium article took a long time, I will guess 45 minutes? Wow, like, quite almost on the dot. I mean, by 30 seconds off, but right on the dot, 45 and a half minutes, damn. That's a good time to stop. So I will see you guys all on the next episode, where we will continue to explore this room, and we finally got blessed access into the harbor, all because I needed to do a savoir-faire check. God dang it, I can't believe entering the harbor was blocked off by my damn police trench coat. That was so stupid. That was freaking stupid. Whatever. Later, everyone.